And we want to respect Leader Thune's desire not to negotiate on ACA until after the government reopens. Therefore, we'd like to offer a simple proposal that would reopen the government and extend the ACA premium tax credits simultaneously, and then have the opportunity to start negotiating longer-term solutions to health care costs. Democrats are ready to clear the way to quickly pass a government funding bill that includes health care affordability. Leader Thune just needs to add a clean one-year extension of the ACA tax credits to the CR so that we can immediately address rising health care costs.
Right after seeing that, I was sure that the Democrats had no plan and that they were on the verge of just collapsing in every way, because that is the dumbest way to negotiate given all of the circumstances. The biggest factor being the knowledge that Donald Trump doesn't give a damn whether everything burns to the ground. So if you offer that kind of a meek proposal when Trump already didn't want to negotiate at all, you are guaranteed of being offered absolutely nothing. And then very shortly thereafter, the Democratic Party collapses, ends the shutdown, gets absolutely nothing. This underlines the fact that the Democratic Party has no leadership. No leadership in the Senate. Clearly, Chuck Schumer has been a disaster from the beginning, and no real leadership, no guiding force for the party. The only thing they have are a bunch of media personalities, including ex-government officials, who simply want the party to go along with the Republicans, or to be more Republican in the future, because that will surely balance things out and make things very copacetic. Anyhow, they got clapped. Trump totally wrecked them, destroyed them. I don't know how these Senate Democrats can even show their faces in public after this disaster. Underlines that the Democratic Party is out of touch with reality, out of touch with their voters, cannot take a stand on anything. What was the point of this? Just starving a bunch of people and getting a bunch of people to miss their paychecks for absolutely nothing? I mean, and obviously it goes without saying that they were in a very tough spot because they didn't really have anything other than the shutdown. Like, we're just going to continue this shutdown. And as it went along, obviously it was going to get worse and worse and harder to hold out. But that's why it's important to have some kind of a strategy, a media strategy, a political strategy, some kind of strategy to extract something that you think you can get, to work on something. They worked on nothing. They got nothing. They just went along with the anti-Trump sentiment and rode that wave for a few weeks and tried to pretend that they were actually resisting or doing something. And at the very end, they just fold. And they also signal to the Republican Party that they stand for nothing. They are nothing. They don't have any guts. Whatever the Republicans accuse them of, they're always on the back foot, getting defensive, trying to justify themselves, not moving in any direction except the direction of the Republicans, like trying to move more and more to the right, become more warlike, become more militaristic, become bigger advocates of a police state, of the billionaires. And the cherry on top, of course, is that, well, you know, we were able to get the Republicans to promise that we would talk about this in the future. Number one, these are the same people who just gutted the whole healthcare system. Hospitals are going to close. People are going to lose their insurance. People are going to be destitute. People are going to die. People are going to get sick. Really, really bad things are going to happen because of all of this. And they're the ones who put all of this in motion. So do you really think that they want to talk about it? And if on the off chance they did want to talk about it in the future because things become so bad, because of course all of these red states are the ones who are going to be hit the hardest by a lot of this stuff. So if they did decide to backtrack, they're like, wait, this is just way, way, way too unpopular. Things are getting way out of control. Let's try to give back a little bit of what we took away. Why in the hell would they then want to share that with the Democratic Party? Why wouldn't they just keep that to themselves? Oh, look what we did. They're not going to turn around and be like, oh, the Democrats made us do some nice stuff for you people that's popular. But I don't think any of that's really going to happen anyways. So this just underlines again, the Democratic Party is a total failure in Congress, in the White House, is not a real opposition party. And if you want to turn it into something that is like an opposition party and is successful, you need a lot of new leadership. Lots and lots of new leadership. You don't need all of these people. You don't need all the pundits in the media who are every day on CNN and MSNBC and all the other mainstream media outlets. You don't need former workers from the State Department and CIA and DOD and all this other stuff. You don't need lobbyists. You don't need any of those people giving advice on strategy or anything else. And of course, when things like this happen, the first thought that you may have is these people are so stupid. But the sad part, the tragic part, is not that they're so stupid. It's that they're so corrupt. Because these people are not that dumb to just be like, oh, I don't know how we could win these elections. I don't know how we could tactically make this better. It's because they are paid off. They are not there to do the people's bidding. They are not there to represent any normal people. And this has been proven time and time again. Chuck Schumer really needs to go, and a bunch of other people also need to go. So this is the frustrating part about a time, especially when there's someone like Trump, and everyone, especially on the left, some people, not all people, but the normie Democrats are all looking at Trump and gasping, and I can't believe this, and oh my God, Trump is this one singular threat to democracy and all this other stuff, and they're not knowledgeable enough to realize that their own party, the Democratic Party, as well as, of course, the Republican Party, the Republicans in the Senate, in the House, etc., are all complicit in this. So Trump may be uniquely disgusting in certain ways, but he is propped up by the entire system that allows him to exist, allowed him to emerge as a two-time president. Keep that in mind. He is not the only thing to overcome. It is the entire system and political class and elite class that can even make someone like Trump possible.